Welcome to Tarot Tuesdays. Look at the angel on my neck. We're going to talk about that in a minute. My name is Rainey Day, and I'm a generational psychic medium, and I've had this gift of insight many generations. And you can find me at raineyday.com. Book a session with me, and I'm going to light a candle to invite our team in spirit in. And while I do, Michelle, my fantastic partner in this wonderful endeavor, say hello and let everybody know a little bit about you and where they can find you.
Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. My name is Michele Tell, and I'm an intuitive tarot reader. You can find me at www.thesignsoftarot.com. I also have my own YouTube channel, thesignsoftarot.com, where I do weekly astrological tarot scopes. I do specialized readings, and I do funky readings like twin flame readings, new moon, full moon readings. So go check it out on my YouTube channel. Rainy Day was my professor in the world of metaphysics and psychic arts, and it's just been an amazing experience meeting her and joining her forces. And well, here we are. She's amazing.
Well, I don't know how technically efficient I am because things are just going haywire all of a sudden. Welcome. Thank you so much, Michelle. Michelle is so incredibly talented. If you ever want to know the truth, the down and dirty, tell it like it is, Michelle is your girl. You can find her at thesignsoftarot.com. And I just want to point out, I have an angel on my throat going down my neck because I just had an incredible, one of the most intensive, spot on mediumship readings with a mother. I wish I would have taped it, but she asked me not to because she didn't want to relive it, who had lost her older son, I think he was 38, to a fentanyl accidental overdose. And I could feel Archangel Sandalphon coming from below me and supporting me through this because it was really heavy. And look at the mark that was left. Is that incredible?
It looks like an angel. I mean, I have been with you when you channel, and sometimes you do break out in a rash a lot of times when you're channeling hard, but I've never seen anything in the shape of an angel like that. That is actually fascinating.
Chills. Well, I want to talk to you about what we do. We are going to go through each astrological sign, and we're going to talk about the energy surrounding the week ahead, love and career. And this week we are going to use the Ace of Wands, and this is from the oh my goodness, the Light Seers Tarot, which I absolutely love. It's just beautiful, the deck. And for me, I'm all about wands because wands for me are sparks of inspiration, spirituality, intuitive hits. For me, wands are a lot about connection with the spirit realm. How about you, Michelle? What do you do when you see wands?
Well, the Ace of Wands is very interesting. It's definitely a passionate new beginning. Wands are all about passion. And throughout the tarot, you will see the darting wands, either passionate because you're angry, passionate because you want something, passionate over communication, passion. Interesting, the Ace of Wands is sexual passion. So when I get that Ace of Wands in all of my readings, usually it means there's a new relationship coming up or sparks are flying. It depends on the reading, of course, because no individual card just reads at its own. But wands are very sexual activity too. I got to keep it real. So it'll be a very interesting reading.
Well, plus two, they hold the element of fire. Fire left unattended can be crazy and devastating, or it can be harnessed. So that's that sexual. Oh, now I'm really getting hot flashes. So why don't we start with Pisces? Lonnie, thank you for joining us. She has some questions. She has been having issues. We'll take her question in a minute. Lonnie, tell us what sign you are. She's had some negativity around her. She is a shaman. She is a beautifully gifted woman, shaman, and she said it's gotten worse, her negative energy that she's feeling. She was bit in the face by a dog named Raven. Wow. So spirit is definitely talking to her. So let us know what sign you are. Hi, Ron. Right? Look at this. Wow, I got chills too. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. It was just incredible. And it came right after I felt Archangel Sandalphon. And I asked, who is this angel holding me and supporting me? And it was him. So Google the heck out of Sandalphon, because can I tell you, in times of need, he was there to support me. So let's start with Pisces. Why don't we start with Pisces?
If you're okay with it. let's go back to just picking 2 cards. If it ends up being love, it ends up being love. If it ends up being career, it ends up being career. Let's go back to the general read where we take 2 cards from 2 separate decks and get 2 different reads. You want to start with Pisces?
I'm good with that. And I'd like to welcome, hi, Mia. Hi, Mia. Very, very good evening. Thank you for joining us. And for some, I rarely pull cards because I rely on spirit to channel through me, but I have with me the Oracle of the 7 Energies by Colette Baron Reed. I love, for me, there's so much symbolism. And we've got Ron. So welcome, everybody. Let's get started. Pisces.
Pisces, flipping over the first card, and it's going to be a general read. If you fit anything, we got the devil for you, Pisces. Keeping it real.
Son of a bitch, really? Right out of the gate?
Right out of the gate. Right out of the gate, we got the devil. Well, devil is all about temptation. And someone's going to come into your life that's going to tempt you, Pisces. Somebody may be coming back from the past that will tempt you, or somebody new that comes into your life could be very tempting. Now, we know the devil is all about addictions and breaking free from addictions, but really recognizing addictions. And addictions can be way more than just alcohol and drugs. There's all different types of addictions, beyond sex, beyond porn, beyond retail. Addictions can be doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, or watching yourself follow the same negative patterns over and over and over again, starting a new job, and by week 2, you're coming in 15 minutes late. Well, that's what you did with the last 2 jobs. The devil's all about recognizing that. If we go close, you see that there are 2 lovers chained to each other, and they're chained to each other by each other's necks. And you have the devil putting its feet on the chain to keep them down. Well, you know what? This is a card that's all about awakening. And let this be an awakening to you today, Pisces, that somebody is going to come in to tempt you. An offer is going to come in to tempt you. That could be in love. It could be in friendship. It could be in a work-related experience, but it's a temptation. You need to see through it. That's card number 1. Card number 2.
I want to kind of go in here real quick before you go further, only because, you know, before every morning when I meditate with spirit, I ask them to show me, Tuesday mornings, for each astrological sign, what are they seeing? And for Pisces, you're right on, Michelle, but I believe it's a relationship. One that's not authentic, one that is not true to your highest and greatest good. And it's time to end that because it's no longer serving you. It's sucking the energy out of you. And for me, it feels more like personal as opposed to work, but it could also apply to work. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
I'm feeling exhausted just holding this card up right now. This is an exhaustion. Whatever's coming in for you, Pisces, is going to exhaust you. I can fall asleep right now. Your second card, I'm using the AOK Tarot. Let me get closer if you can see that. I hope you guys can see my cards.
Oh, yeah.
We got the 2 of Wands. Okay, so that's double passion, right? You got the Ace of Wands as our overall right now, and now I just picked the 2 of Wands. So we got passion, okay, and passion in a very interesting duality. 2 of Wands is all about making a choice. It's all about weighing the pros and cons, head versus heart decisions to make a choice. Now look, both of these wands are pretty much so equal. The way that they're drawn on this card, and I don't know if I'm leaning in and you can see that.
We can see
it. Equal choice. This is a head versus heart decision. So bringing back up our boy here, the devil, I want you to really listen to your head, listen to your heart before you walk into something that you feel is a disaster.
And that's the Ace of Wands. We have 2 wands in this reading. When you have a majority of wands, Michelle, what does that indicate to you?
All about passion, and passion can happen. There's good passion and bad passion. You can be as passionate in the happy space as you can be passionate in anger, resentment, getting yourself in that resentment box, feeling trapped in and unable to breathe. Passion can go either way. And this is what it's telling you with this, to watch it, make sure that you are not tempted to go down the wrong space with passion this week, Pisces.
And really pay attention to those relationships that are not serving your highest and best. It is really not your authentic. It's not authentic to your soul. So Aquarius. So the first thing that Spirit told me about Aquarius is that you need to create a new projection, because what we feel is the energy that we send out to the world. I want you to clear out the projection and create a new projection. What you want to project to the world, not just this persona. Get out of the persona. So what are you picking up, Michelle?
I picked a card from the Crystal Vision. Let me get a little bit closer. Geez, I hope you can really see these cards.
We can.
get better. The star card, healing. This is all about healing. But what I'm getting for you this week, Aquarius, is that it's telling you to be in the present. Sometimes when you go outside, we all do it. Look at the first star you see, twinkle, twinkle. We are raised to go outside and look at the first star since twinkle, twinkle, little star, since we are kids. But understand in that nanosecond that you're staring at the star, you are dramatically in the present. You're not thinking about the past. You're not fearing the trepidation of the future. You are just focused on that moment. And that's what this card is telling me, that you really need to pull yourself out of the past, Aquarius, and focus on the moment so you don't miss the blessings that are coming forth for you.
Absolutely. I have nothing else.
And then I picked a second card and we got the Ace of Swords. Okay, this could be a new relationship. This could be somebody new coming into your life. The Ace of Swords is always typically a legal counsel, a judge, a police officer, a psychiatrist, somebody who's in a leadership role with you. But swords are all about truth. So if we don't look at this as a person coming in and look at this as an energy, you're going to be, a truth is going to be revealed to you. Something that you may not want to see. Okay, this is divine. Whenever I have birds in any of my cards, birds are the conduit between us here in the 3D and the ether, the 5D, intuition, the universe, guidance. Birds are our conduit. There's a bird, a spirit guide, something to intuition flying above your head for this. Brace yourself. You may hear truth of something you don't want to hear, okay? But it's extremely necessary for you. And this would not be revealed if it wasn't for your greater and highest good to heal.
Aquarius, I agree. What happens when you have two aces?
Two aces, again, two aces are double beginnings and double new. And aces, especially if you have aces of swords involved, it's all about communication and intellect. But two aces is talking about a beginning, but not just a beginning of a new mindset and beginning of a new way of thinking about things and a new value system as well.
And I really believe, Aquarius, that for me, when I see the Ace of Wands, it's for me, I seek solutions through my inner guidance compass. And that for me is my solar plexus. And it feels very much that your solar plexus is a little muddy. And for me, that's your gut check. That tells you what's right and wrong for you. So clear that out and tune into that, because for me, that is your psychic GPS. All right, let's see.
There's some horns back here I just want to throw out to you as well.
Ooh.
The horns are representative of Taurus, and not a negative thing about Taurus, but within this card with the Ace of Swords, the horns talk about a little bit of vanity, and the horns are behind him for vanity. So it's telling you maybe the truth is going to come out that's going to affect how you feel about yourself and your vanity. So I'm just keeping it a second. Pisces got a warning about temptation, and Aquarius, you're getting ready to have a warning that a truth is going to come that may affect your vanity. You may hear something that will hurt your feelings, hurt the way you think, but it's for your greater good. And I just had to add that.
I love that. So we've got Capricorn.
I'm gonna Capricorn. I don't even know which one to use. Okay, I think I'm going to use.
While you're choosing, for me, it feels as though all of your hard work is going to finally pay off. It also feels as though I'm going to get some extra money that I never even knew was coming my way. It feels like it even could be a refund on part of a, let's say like you paid a medical bill and you overpaid, you'll be getting some money back. It feels like it's something like that you're going to get quite a bit. It's going to rain money, honey. It's going to rain money, honey. So Capricorn, I am so grateful for you. But don't go out and spend it, save it, because in these times, everybody hold on to your cash, hold on to your cash, hold on to your cash.
All right, I pulled you out the Knight of Wands. So let's talk about sexual passion here for a second, Capricorn, with the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Wands. He or she, it doesn't matter. There's no gender in tarot. We possess both masculine and feminine. Depending on what day or how we wake up that morning, we show our feminine side, we show our masculine side. You have somebody coming in fast and furious with the wand. I got to keep it real on the sexual passion, but this is also my one night stand, my summer fling card. So if it's something that you're looking for that's short, quick, I don't know if you see what's on the screen right now or just went away. It was like I had something weird on the screen. Anyway, something short and quick, a quick weekend away, a quick one night stand, a quick summer fling. But more than that, when the Knight of Wands comes in, it's telling you to take the next step quickly for an entrepreneur, a side hustle, or a side passion that you really need to charge at it. So, and start going fast and furious at it. Like if tomorrow you wanted to do 1 or 2 steps towards your side business, it's telling me to tell you, no, you need to do 15 steps tomorrow. Tomorrow is a very big day for you, Capricorn, not only in love, but in career.
But I also have to throw the Ace of Wands in, because when I see the Ace of Wands, it means the answer is yes, 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 yes.
In the Rider-Waite, I'm going to get up here real close. You can see when the passion is successful, again, doesn't always have to be sexual. This is also, I'm speaking about a new side hustle or work endeavor. You see that the wand is not connected to the earth anymore, yet it's still sprouting. It's still sprouting. That means whatever this next step you're taking in the world of your career, Capricorn, is going to be extremely fruitful financially for you. That it has the makings of being something solid and stellar, but you can't be stagnant. You can't just wake up and hope that you can create it and turn it into gold. You have to actually take those measurable steps to take it into gold.
So I have to really quick, before you go on, I have to really quick give my speech about hope. Hope, words are energy. Hope is paralyzing. It's like having a vision board and wanting a pool guy that has 6-pack abs to clean your pool, bring you drinks. Do you really think that's going to happen? Do you really want a huge mansion that you have to clean and all of that stuff that you have to take care of? Hope is not a plan, but faith will get you everywhere. Hope is a lower vibrational word. Faith is that word that just keeps lifting you up, and it keeps opening all of the abundance and manifestation vibrational energy. So just keep that in mind.
Just diving into the second card, a Capricorn, we got the Monterey pine. It's the tallest pine in the forest. That means whatever endeavor is coming, like I said, if it's a love relationship or if it's a work relationship, this has the chance of coming up to being something big and solid. Now look, I got 2 birds now flying in here. Intuition. It's telling me to make sure that you take a look at how you feel with intuition. Take a look at the synchronicities you see, the number patterns. You're driving behind license plates that say 123, AAA, whatever you see, take heed. You know, I play the synchronicity game while I'm driving. If I see 777 on an address, I wonder, what was I thinking at that moment? Because it's the universe coming in to tell me I'm on the right path with that thought. So I'm sharing with you my universe game that I play all day long because I drive all day behind license plates or addresses or whatever. When something stops me in my track with a patterned number, I think, what the heck was I thinking? Now, the one thing I have to say about the Monterey pine, because that pine cone is pretty big, pine cones are beautiful. We use them as decorative pieces. We put them in our fires to crackle. We use pine cones for various reasons, but they are surrounded by little pine needles. As you know, if you pick up a pine cone super fast, you will get hurt. So it's also telling you that even though you may go fast and furious, whether it's a relationship or a new business endeavor, it's telling you to move fast, but move with your eyes wide open. Be cautious. We got those pine needles on that pine cone for a reason, to protect you, that even though you want to go fast, because this is one of the fastest moving knights in the deck, and it's telling me to tell you you have to move forward, there's a little bit of you that needs to take a little bit of a lag step and think about your moves before you make them.
So repeat what your registered trademark is that we use in our promo and your third eye.
Keep your eyes wide open. Keep your third eye wide open. That's what that's saying.
This would be very good for you to remember that. So let's move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you feel as though you are really melancholy. We'll take a question right after this, Lonnie. We're going to take your question. But it just feels like you're looking at the world through the lens of the past. If you can just be more present and in the moment, you won't be so melancholy and so nostalgic. We need you to be more present and in this current space and time.
So you're talking about looking over, and I'm having this card up while your eyes are shut, and you're talking about looking and fantasizing.
You can't make this shit up.
I'm going to do a full YouTube video on my YouTube channel about this card. This card is so deep within my soul. It is the Three of Wands. Again, wands, more passion. But what's interesting about this card is that the only card in this Rider-Waite deck that the person is facing the sun. Usually the sun's behind them, meaning they've already gone through the dark night of the soul. They've already had a spiritual awakening. They've already had a couple of pieces of wisdoms or truths that have been revealed to them to help redirect them on their path and on their journey. Not with this card. This is the start of the new journey. This is looking at the horizon and knowing in order for you to reach and grab hold of that horizon, you need to go through and do the work. And the work is very painful. I will tell you, my dark night of the soul experience lasted 7 years. So happy that I'm on the other side. Really hard to get to the other side. But the greatest experience of my life, to be able to stand in my true authentic self, inviting only the people in my life that are worthy to be in my life, making sure I can disconnect from those who take from me, that drain me, energy vampires. That is what this card is contemplating right now. Now, the interesting thing about this, as this person starts the journey, a lot of tarot readers misread this card, and I will go head to head with any one of them. This is not the ships are coming in. You haven't earned your ships to come in yet. This is the first step towards the journey. This is taking the first step on the yellow brick road. We all remember when naive Dorothy took that first step in Munchkin Land. She started at the very beginning of the yellow brick road. And boy, 3 hours later, what she experienced, that's what's happening. This is not a card of your ships are coming in. This is a card of you starting upon your journey in hopes that if you get through to the other side, your ships will come in. What I love about this card the most is this person is extremely passionate and ready to dive in, do the work, go into your inner self, detach yourself from your childhood wounding, detach yourself from your childhood programming, understand that your decisions are yours and yours alone to make, and to begin to rebuild your value system, to care about your value system and not the outside people. This is disconnecting from codependence. And you see, he's holding on to the wand farthest away. Okay, there's no easy way to do the work, people. You can't wake up next day and say, I'm healed. He's taking the wand farthest away as he embarks upon this journey. Like I said, tune in soon. I'm doing an entire video just on this card. That's how prolific I think this card is. And where are we? We are Sagittarius or Capricorn?
We are Sagittarius, and people take that card
I'm
for
just going to
granted.
leave this card as your only card because there's a lot going on with this card. Sagittarius, the world can be your oyster. Everything you ever wanted is on the other side of walking through fear. This is walking through fear. This is Luke Skywalker walking into that cave, facing his fear. This is Dorothy stepping her first step onto her road of independence, onto the yellow brick road. It's a beautiful, majestic, magical card.
And when you refer to yellow, for me, again, I go to my solar plexus, which is right above your belly button. That really is your yellow brick road. And how funny, the color is yellow. And when you tune into that, you've heard of people saying, oh my gosh, I knew better. I should have trusted my gut. My gut knew it. Well, that's the embodiment of that card, is that you really need to trust what is happening. Make sure that you check in with your power center, because that's our human experience, our personal power center, our solar plexus. Every step you make must be calculated, but I want you to trust what is happening and collaborate in its beautiful divine perfection. Yours took 7 years. Everybody's is different, but it's divine timing and not your timing. Look, my angel's splitting up now.
Just crazy.
Crazy. So let's take a question. This is a really deep question. And this is a friend who I just cherish and is very, very spiritual minded. She's one of the most talented women shaman there is. And so Lonnie is asking, she keeps being told that someone has sent this negativity to her. The last 2 weeks it peaked and I am being squeezed in every way. My marriage is extremely strained. Please help. And she's the one too that said she was bitten in the face by a dog named Raven. Spirit is definitely talking to me. you want to grab some cards on that, Michelle? I know it's a lot, but what is happening to her? For me, I don't think that anybody can put any kind of a curse or negativity on you without your permission. I think that we have that power to hold within us, the power to not let that happen.
All right, so I pulled 3 different cards from 3 different decks because this is a heavy and there's 3 different things happening here. I'm going to pull the first from the Crystal Visions deck, and I got the Page of Pentacles, but this is a very interesting Page of Pentacles. First of all, pages are all about messages, and messages that we deliver to people and messages we receive. And this particular page in this particular deck is playing a guitar. So I have to think that there is soothing calmness for you in the world of music, because this is one of the only cards in this deck that has a musical instrument. She is by herself, the page, communicating with the divine by playing music. So I'm here to tell you that I think that you need to pull yourself away from people, spend some alone time, meditate. And I don't know if you, why am I drawing a blank with my brain right now? Rainey, what is the hertz that is connected? 869, what is the number for the megahertz that we have YouTube channels all over that have?
Oh, solfeggio, binaural beats.
Yes, that's it. So there you go. I would love for you to lay in bed and listen to that to kind of redirect the vibration of your body and the tempo of your body while you sleep. Pages are all about messages. So you have to look at some of the negative things, and I don't know if the word negative is the right word, the things that are happening to you that are causing you disarmament, dis-ease, and dissettlement. You have to look upon them like, what is the message that they're trying to tell you? I moved into a new home, fell down the flight of stairs, couldn't walk for 4 weeks. Life told me to slow down. What messages are coming through to you with some of these things that are causing you a lot of ill? Because then the next card I pulled from the crystal deck was Judgment. Okay. Judgment has so many meanings, and if there is a lawsuit that you're in, it's going to be a positive outcome because I have the Page here of Pentacles, a very big pentacle. Financially, you're going to be sound. Judgment can also be signing a contract and making sure you're signing things correctly, but Judgment is also karma, and it's closing a karmic cycle and something from your past. And I don't know exactly what else is happening with you. Something from your past is still gnawing at you so that you can't finally close the loop. Yes, it could be a relationship. It could be the way you were meant to feel in that relationship. And there could be no love loss at all with the person who was in your life, but the way that person made you feel and the disvaluement and the disarrayment that that person might have made you feel is still lingering with you in a heavy way. Okay. And you said that you were married. So maybe it was an argument. Maybe it was the way that the two of you spoke or communicated with each other. Something that made you feel unvalued is ringing very heavy in your head right now. But here's the good news about your marriage. I pulled the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is 1111. You are still with somebody you are completely divinely connected with. And whether or not you are having a bunch of issues right now, it's going to straighten itself out. Okay? One of you, either you or your husband, needs to detach from an argument that may have even happened 8 years ago that neither one of you are letting go. Both of you have got to let go with it. That's what I'm getting intuitively. But music and Salvaggio, is that what it's called? The Hertz, it's all over the YouTube, and Rainey can text you that name, exactly the spelling. I want you to lay in bed tonight, and I really want you to really listen to that vibration. It's going to calm you from the inside out.
I love that you brought up solfeggio, because I pulled from the 7 energies of the Oracle, heal your heart. Heal your heart, my friend. It just feels like you've been through an awful lot and you still have been dragging it through. You're still carrying the energy of that pain. And it does feel like it was in the last couple of years, right, Michelle? It feels not so new.
It's definitely years. And I think it might be even a little bit more than a couple of years, or maybe not. But whatever it is, you got to learn to let go of that. Both of you, I think both of you are holding on to it, but your marriage is going to be okay.
I
It's
agree with
a
that.
connection that you have, but something you're harboring. It's like bringing up the same argument years and years ago. And remember when you did this? That's the worst way you can communicate.
Yeah, because that's when you look through life through the lens of the past. And I said that earlier to another astrological sign that you need to be more present. You're just carrying all of this weight that really is not serving either one of you. And I want you to look up the love frequency, which is 528 hertz, I believe. It will go to your DNA. Listen to it as you sleep and ask spirit to heal your heart. If you don't ask, they don't come. Ask the angels to surround you. This is green. Call on Archangel Raphael to please come with you and when you're sleeping and work to heal you. Angels are all about free will. If you don't ask them, they won't come. So please, my beautiful friend, please, this is something that you can stop right here and now. You just need to take your power back and strengthen the voice of your soul. It feels like you've lost sight of your truth because you're allowing the voice outside of your soul to rule your thoughts. Go back up to your soul and to those teachings that you know that are tried and true, that you have taught and given to other people. It is now time to do those beautiful shamanic healings on yourself. I really believe that you and your husband will be okay. But men, men, they don't like shit to be thrown back up into their face. Move on, girlfriend, move on. Be like men. I wish I could be more like a man. Ron, thank you for coming. You'll probably agree that men just kind of let shit roll off their back. They're like ducks. I want to be more like that. So try to be more like that. Don't hold that energy. Let go of that energy, change the energy, connect the dots. Carpe lumen, seize the light, seize the light. I hope that helped, my beautiful. I hope that helped. Woo, that was heavy.
Wait,
So we're on.
sending you
baby
love and
girl?
light, my friend. I think we're Scorpio.
Yes, Scorpio. So here's the thing I got about Scorpio. You need to have a conversation with that person that you've been afraid to speak your truth to because you're afraid it's going to blow up into this big, huge brawl argument. It's not as scary as you think. I think the other person is waiting for you to approach them as well. So just speak your truth, but come from a place of love. So make sure that your heart chakra and your throat chakra are balanced and are ruminating in the same energy together so that when you speak your truth, it comes from a place of love.
Okay,
Scorpio.
that just scares me that came out of your mouth and I pulled the Eight of Swords out.
Son of a bitch, you cannot make this up.
No, you can't. And you can't. So I'm just sitting here while you're talking and I'm chuckling in the background because I can't believe what you just said. It's so connected to this tarot card right now. I mean, really, this is one of these you can't make that shit up moments. Scorpio, Eight of Swords. Tough card, an amazing card. Let me talk to you about this card. Girl or guy, doesn't matter. No gender in tarot. Swords are all about communication and all about truth. So right away, what Rainey was talking about, you need to come forward and speak your truth and speak your mind and communicate everything that's on your mind. Okay, here's the crazy thing about this card. They say she is blindfolded and tied up, and she has no idea that she is broken free from the jail. She's on the front of the swords, not in the back of the swords. It's like that old Brady Bunch episode where they're all caught, and I'm showing my age, where they're all caught up in that jail and they have the key to get out. You're already out. You can break free. These are very, very loose. You're choosing to keep the blindfold on. You are past that. You need to communicate, communicate, and communicate. And this is where this card, and gosh, yesterday I had a deep discussion with another energy reader about this card because he is reading for so many people and we're getting the same similar experience. It's head versus heart decisions all the time. And this is a head versus heart decision, Scorpio, of you coming forth and discussing your truth. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of rejection? Are you afraid of your truth not being taken the way you need to have your truth taken? It doesn't matter. You need to get this off your chest for you. But I'm telling you, this person is on the other side in the open field, a little toe here in water, which is emotion, wanting to start to test the waters out of the head and get into the heart. I had a deep discussion with this energy reader. For those of you who choose to live in your logical mind life, I feel sorry for you. You should only live in your heart space. Love is the only thing that matters. You can't take anything with you when you get buried. Not that house, not those contracts, not that car, not your bank account. All you have is love. And you're starting to take that little test by putting your toe in here. Get out of your head. This is being so trapped in your head that every minute you stay trapped in your head, not being able to communicate to the people that you want to communicate to, you are losing a part of your life. This is no, dress rehearsal. This is it. Okay. And we had this deep discussion about head versus heart. Get out of your head. Only stay in your heart space. Put your toe into this water, put your whole foot into this water and get the hell out of your head, because you are trapped in your own mind, losing happiness, love, life. That's all I got.
Time. You are losing precious time. You are giving away your time. And I love what you said about your heart and your head. When we're in our logical mind, that means we're in our human existence, our human experience. That's where we do those knee-jerk reactions and say shit we should never have said. You can't take words back. Words are energy. So come from a place of your heart. Make sure that your throat and your heart are vibrating at a higher frequency, and just make sure that no matter what comes out of your mouth, it's heartfelt. Heartfelt.
That's all I got for Scorpio. That was heavy enough.
I think that was beautiful. So we are on Libra. Does anybody else have a question? Make sure you post it here. We would love to answer it. I think we did have a question from Nika. I hope I pronounced your name right, beautiful soul. Let's take her question. I'm a Virgo and I wanted to know, are there any love or career messages for me, whatever spirit has an answer for? Well, I love broad questions, but I even like more specific ones too. But we will give you we'll get specific for you. Love or career messages for me, Virgo. Nika.
All right, so I pulled out with my affirminators. I hope you can see this. This is a repeat card, but it's a very interesting depiction of this particular card. It's a star card. Almost the star card looks like a sun. So your initial question, if you ask anything, is yes, you have abundance coming for you around the corner. But like the star card before, if you're locked in your past, if you're trapped in your past patterns of doing things, then you're going to be trapped in your past. You have to remain in the present. This particular card of the star that looks like a sun, sun's all about clarity. It's all about abundance. It's all about truth. It is the most definitive yes in our tarot deck. It's also the birth of new things. Without the sun, none of us can breathe, none of us can live. Okay, so this is such a positive card. This is a shining star with a sun in the middle of this star card. Okay, but we also have a little bit of the moon here. And the moon, typically Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, that could be in your chart. Don't get married to the signs. A little bit of deception. And I'm getting with you, you're deceiving yourself. I'm feeling that if you're trying to get a new job, you're not believing in yourself enough to get that new job. And I want you to turn out and go outside right now, look at that first star, live in the presence and say, I will, I can, and I'm getting. Those are the three things I want you to say tonight, because I think the deception is yourself. I don't want you to get stuck in that comfort zone of doing the same goddamn thing over and over again and expecting different results. This is a definitive yes. So you want to ask about love too. King of Swords. This is the second time it's a repeat card with a different deck. The King of Swords is, could be a lawyer, could be a police person, could be a professor, somebody who has an authoritative space. But more than that, this is somebody who speaks the truth and will only speak the truth. So I have no idea who you are, but if you look back at your previous relationships, have they been lie tellers? Have they lied by omission? Are these people that you've never felt so 100% comfortable with to allow yourself to be your vulnerable self, mind, body, and soul? Okay, well, there's a new person that's coming in that's going to demand that you speak the truth. But in order for you to bring that person in, I need you to work on yourself a little bit. I need you to start really valuing yourself and producing some confidence with yourself, because I'm feeling a sense that you are feeling lack, and I don't want you to. I want you to go out and say those 3 things to the stars tonight. You want, you need, and you're getting. Because there's somebody right around the corner that's going to walk in, that's going to really knock you off your socks. So it's a communicator too. This person communicates. I'm also getting politician. Sorry, keeping it real.
No, I love that. But here's the thing. The card I picked is let it go, and green, heart. And the other card I picked was heal your heart. I think that you're not seeing all of the opportunities in front of you, either because you're blinded by what Michele said, your lack of self-esteem, your solar plexus feels very, very muddy, but moreover, your sacral chakra, which is all about you, all about our human existence, our strengths, our wants, our needs, our desires. When you let go of the outcome, so many beautiful things come your way, but it feels like you've already got what you want already packaged up. And if it doesn't come to you in that package, you're missing it. You're blinded by it. You're not seeing it's right in front of you. So let it go. Don't be tied to the outcome. Work on your heart. Work on who you are. Clear that sacral chakra, and then tune into your gut. Say, is this right for me? And it will tell you. You really just need to strengthen your abilities. When you strengthen your abilities, especially your sacral and your solar plexus, nothing can get in your way. It feels as though everything starts to unfold to your benefit. But I want you to be more present and available. Daydreaming is good for some manifestation, but you're spending too much time daydreaming. You are not taking that inspired action. So really heed what we're saying and change the energy and expand that energy beyond your body. Change what you are projecting out to the world. I hope that helped, my love. I hope that helped. So we are on
Libra.
Libra.
Cutting the deck.
I'm seeing nothing but green light go, green light go. Life is pretty good for you right now, Libra.
It's a celebration. 3 of Cups has a bunch of different meanings in the world of tarot. Let me get close so you can't see. 3 of Cups. It talks about a triangle, not in a negative way. I'm not getting that feeling. I'm talking about if you have 2 girlfriends or 2 guy friends, if you have a trio that you guys are the 3 musketeers, it's telling me for you guys to seize the moment a little bit. We lost a lot of time, all of us, during COVID. And by the way, for the last question, I didn't want to harp on you for a lack of self-esteem. We are seeing a complete paradigm shift of people who lost self-esteem during COVID. We were locked in isolation. We were taken off of our game. We were taken off of our self-belief systems. We were forced to believe in a different system that changed every week. So I don't want you to take that so personally. We're all kind of paradigm shifting out of that. But with you, Libra, we got the 3 of Cups. This is about celebration. But not only is it for you and friends to celebrate, it's for you to celebrate yourself. This is a card of self-awareness and self-value. And this is a card right now that you need to pat yourself on the back and say, I did it. Because not only did you win something, or you're about to win something, a promotion, or maybe somebody's going to ask you out, or something very good comes your way, or something at work kind of turns in your favor, or a new friend crosses your path and you become a good friend. But you're going to recognize that you got this and that you deserved it. Okay. And that's a beautiful growth in our value system when we receive something and we're okay with receiving it and enjoying it and celebrating it. And that's what I got for you, Libra.
I think that Libra, this is your golden egg. This is that green light go. Life looks good for you right now. And when you bring the Ace of Wands into the energy, I want you to just say to yourself an affirmation that I am inspired to take this new opportunity and all these new blessings that are coming my way. Keep it flowing with positive affirmations. I love that. Libra,
I
you've
just
got
put
a
that
really
another
great
quick
reading.
card. You got the 8
Yeah.
of Swords, but you got it in reverse. So it's a very different meaning coupled with this. You're going to be given an opportunity to speak your mind. You're going to be given an opportunity to present. I'm feeling in the workplace. You're going to be given that golden opportunity to speak a more efficient way of doing things in the workplace, and it's going to be super well received, and perhaps a promotion's around the corner. So far, Leroy, you get the cards of the week so far.
I love it. So Marvel has a question. Marvel White. Hi, Marvel. Thank you all again for coming. Mia, Nika, Marvel, of course. Wendy. Hello, Wendy. Lisa, Ron.
Hi, everybody. Thank you.
Lonnie, gosh, Tracy, thank you for coming. Leo from Las Vegas. I hope I didn't miss anybody, but we are so grateful that you came. So Marvel wants to ask, is there some love coming into her life? And Marvel is a Scorpio.
And take a second card for a qualifier. Marvel, you will have 2 opportunities coming into your life rather soon, before the end of the summer. One you're going to friend zone, and one you might be interested in. The one that you may friend zone might be an existing friend right now that has feelings for you or thoughts for you, or is wondering what could have, should have been with you, and you're pushing that person away. So 2 of Wands in reverse are 2 things coming that are going to kind of knock you off your stool a little bit. But I think somebody is coming in for you that has feelings that you're going to say, what the hey? You had no idea. And I think it's a long-term friend, and you're going to be a little bit shocked.
You can't make this up. Birds of a feather.
You know, and I'm going to tell you this, Marvel. I'm just going to tell you this. I pulled the 9 of Cups. It's a fat and happy card. So maybe you need to look at this friend in a different way. Maybe you are the one that's friend zoning this person, and you shouldn't be. I think it's going to shock you when they come to reveal it, because they're coming to reveal it. Okay. But the 9 of Cups is the fat and happy card. It's a wish fulfillment. So if you're looking for someone, that person may already be in your existing life. You're just not looking at them.
Oh, no,
that way.
They are. They are. And it's that friend. See, when I first met my husband, I thought, universe, this is what you're sending me? This is what I've manifested? His nose hairs are twinkling at me. Are you effing kidding me? His pants unzipped to become shorts. Are you kidding me? But you know what, Marvel, you really got to look at the inside first and close your eyes. What are the aspects of this person, and how does it make you feel? You know, that little spark of, I call it spark of twinge that you get when you meet somebody that you're really attracted to, and you just like want to go have like real quick fun all-nighter sex, and how short-lived that is, and how quick it fizzles out, and there's never really that closeness. Maybe check your heart. There is a friend who really, it's that everlasting love, that tuck everlasting. If you've never seen that movie, see that movie, because Marvel, they are there. You're just not seeing it. You're blinded by.
It's somebody in very particular. I think it's somebody who's a long-term friend of yours, Marvel, that has feelings for you. And they may not have had feelings for you the whole time. I mean, things change. You wake up, your pheromones change, your chemicals change, your DNA changes. We ascend, we change, definitely ascend on the spiritual journey, and our body changes in our DNA. You attract different things at that time. I think that this is someone who's been around.
Oh my gosh, look at this now. Marvel, listen to me, girl. He's there, she's there. Look a little deeper. It's a friend. Sorry. I know that may not be what you wanted to hear, but that's what's happening. So we're on Virgo.
We're on Virgo. Okay, use it. All right, Virgo, keeping it real. We got the Tower. Okay, let's just talk about the Tower for a minute. We've had many discussions about the Tower. The Tower comes in when the universe deems the path that you're on is incorrect. Period. This is universe's divine change of your life. This is somebody waking up and ghosting you, and you never hearing from them again, because the universe took them out of your life because it wasn't the right relationship for you to be in. It is driving up to the job you've been to for 28 years, and there's a lock on the door, and you had no idea that they sold the company. It is a painful, oh my God moment that you will wake up one day and say, thank God this redirected me, because I'm the happiest, most fulfilled I've ever been. But it's tough. This is the lightning bolt that takes down the Tower that you have to rebuild step by step up. Okay. Sorry, Virgo, we got the Tower. It's scary, but necessary. Universe doesn't just wake up one day and say, here's a tower. The universe brings a tower when the universe is giving you sign after sign, red flag after red flag that you have avoided, have purposely put that blindfold on to not see. The universe now has had it, slamming it down, saying, this person is not living their most fulfilled life. They're not living their best life ever. They're not being the most valuable they need to be for Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, for all of us. I'm redirecting this person. This is the tornado that drops Dorothy into a different land. Unbeknownst to her, the universe did it. She woke up and said, now what the hell? How the hell do I get home? This is the Tower moment. Embrace it, Virgo. Scary as it may be, and the changes that happen after the Tower are so meant for your greater well-being. Go into it every day understanding that.
I love the Tower because I think that Spirit knows better than I do. And when I listen to Spirit, those changes aren't as drastic. And it feels, Virgo, that you're going to have to change your day-to-day way of doing things. And that's not a bad thing. It kind of feels like you keep hitting the snooze button, like from the movie Groundhog Day to the song I Got You, Babe. I Got You, Babe is every day. I think this change is a beautiful change. It's going to bring a lot more happiness and freedom into your life. So embrace the change and do it and recognize it before it's really catastrophic and you're a turtle on your back yelling, somebody turn me over. Listen to it. It's a great warning. I would rather know.
Fascinating about the Tower is once you get through it, once you're redirected with the person you're supposed to be with, the situation you're supposed to be with, the city you're supposed to be with, the job you're supposed to be with, the mindset you're supposed to be with, the disposition you look back and you see all the flags. Like, how in the hell did I miss this? This was right here in my face. The Tower is fascinating. All right, where are we? We are Leo.
We are Leo. And then we'll take another question.
Back to right or wait.
Lately for Leo, I don't know about you, Michelle, but lately for Leo, I feel like Leo has been on the precipice of a really great, long-lasting, deep connected relationship. I am so jelly for you, Leo, because it is one of those relationships that will last time. It's almost as if you had found each other through every past life. This is almost like a soulmate. This is somebody that you're going to surrender your heart to and connect the dots, and magic is just going to come from this beautiful relationship.
We are so connected today.
Girl!
Pulled the card of Leo, the strength card. She's ripping the lion's mouth open because it's the most confident she's ever been. What I've learned about this particular card is at one point you had fear because you can't have confidence without having fear first. You have conquered something. Whatever fear you have conquered, it can be anything. In relationships, it can be work, it can be mostly a mindset and a value system. Something that you recently conquered, the world is God, can I speak? The universe is rewarding you, Leo. Look at this. Remember we talked about the sun in the background? It's because you've gone through something. You've conquered your fear, and now you're prying the mouth open of a lion by yourself. This is the sign of Leo. This is the sign of Leo, and it is the month of August. By August, your birthday month, something's going to really make a flip and a switch for you. So keep going down the same path. You see the infinity sign above her head? That's only in two separate cards in the Rider-Waite. It is in the strength card, and it's also in the magician card to manifest whatever you want. So that infinity sign that's hovering over your head is telling me right now is when you need to start manifesting everything that you want for yourself. But give yourself a pat on the back. You don't get confidence and strength without going through something of fear first to earn that confidence. So good for you.
I love that, because for me, when I see the infinity symbol, it means that everything is possible. You are limitless. You have that toughness. You've been through a lot. You are sound. You are resilient. You have a lot of solidity, durability, force, energy, vigor, muscle. You just have everything that you need at your hands right now. So use it for your greatest and highest good. Cancer. And then we'll answer a question for Mia.
Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Pentacles for me, not only is the Pentacle representative of money and stability, Pentacles, especially since the turn of 2022, I get is time. This is a little bit of a lost time in a relationship. I got to keep this raw and I got to keep this real, Cancer. If you are not married, if you are not formally in a commitment and you're wanting that commitment, it's going to take a long time to get that commitment. Okay? If you are the person wanting to ask somebody for a commitment, the person you want to ask is not ready for a commitment. I got to keep that real. I want you to keep yourself together. I want you to take more time to get to know each other in the difficult scenarios, just not fun. I want you to really get to know each other. To get the Knight of Pentacles in reverse also talks about loss of money. And whenever I get this card, I tell my clients, make sure you change your passwords on your bank accounts. Make sure you change the password on your phone. Make sure all the credit cards are nicely tucked in your wallet or your purse, because this is a monetary loss. So this is a tough card, Cancer. I'm not saying that love and commitment is not, it's just not right now. But you're starting to feel a little weary that you've committed a bunch of your time. This is a time drain card in the reverse. You see the pentacle coming down. So, weigh the pros and cons of how much time you've invested in this situation and if it's worth it for you to invest more time. That's the best I can tell you with this energy right now.
It's so funny that you said that. I wish you could see my notes, but they're on this big, huge piece of paper that you couldn't even see them if you wanted to. So, Cancer, it's really time to let go of everything that is not working for you. And it has to do with relationships. And every moment has like a profound value, even if it doesn't seem like it. I want you to accept that life has provided everything that you need. And when you just surrender to that, harmony, peace, and serenity will soon follow. You've lost your connection with that divine source energy. I want you to reconnect, just you and that energy. Some people call it God. I say that because that's what everybody relates to. But I want you to bring back that relationship into your life, because you won't feel like you're so alone. You will feel a lot lighter through this. You will have a greater faith that things are working out in your divine best interest. So let's go for Mia real quick. Mia, she says, do we feel anything of any messages from her for her? But I want to ask about how is her health? Because I have concerns about her health. And I know, Michelle, you're a little weary of health. We're not doctors, we're not lawyers, so always go and check. But for some reason, I have had that feeling of my beautiful Mia having concerns and issues.
I got the 10 of Wands, which is letting go burdens. It's also letting go of unnecessary stress. It's also letting go of the things that are not serving you. When I get this card in certain readings, this is also letting go of overeating and overindulging, which is causing health issues, or letting go of eating too much fats and eating too much of a certain whatever. When I get this card in a full reading, and my readings are 60, 90 cards, 7 different decks for an hour and a half, this is letting go and releasing. This is also purging. This is also telling you that you need to clean up. And I'm getting this highly intuitive because I don't know anything about your health or what's going on. But I feel that there's some clutter in your space that you live in right now that's holding whatever inside you in. So it's time for you to get rid of the old shit. Just really purge in the next 2 weeks things that no longer you need. And I think you're going to feel better because I think it's going to be a complete purge. I'm also getting turmeric, and don't ask me why. I'm not a nutritionist, but I know turmeric is good for joints and knees and elbows and shoulders and hips.
And inflammation.
And inflammation. So I'm just getting turmeric right now because he needs to let go of all these burdens. He needs to push them over this cliff. And to me, you need to release and give your joints a relief, if that's making any sense. That's what I'm getting intuitively.
I absolutely love that because storyteller. It's almost as if you're telling yourself the same story. You know, I'm a true believer, and yes, disease comes on, and it's I believe we have the power to heal and change our well-being. I do believe that some of us do have cancers that is not brought on by our belief system. But I also believe that if you do have cancer, you can make the best of what you have with it. I'm not saying you have cancer, Mia, not at all. I'm just saying that that's a pretty frightening thing to be diagnosed with. But it's all in how you take the information and regurgitate it out. I don't want you to live your same story. It's time to change your story. You are not your past. Again, I want you to quit looking through the lens of your life, through the lens of the past. You need to let that shit go. You're an amazing soul. Tell a new story. And I don't want you to some people embrace their sickness. Oh, yeah, I have this and I have that. And that becomes their identity. I don't want any of that to be your identity. I want your identity to be the creative, the beautiful, loving mother who is raising incredible children, who has a strong foundation underneath her and is not her who she was in the past, but who she is right here, right in this moment. I am asking Spirit to help you be more present so that you don't drift to the past, but you do stay in the moment. Be here now. And I hope that is a message of hope, and not hope, of faith, and that you change your story because you are not that person anymore. Does that make sense, Michelle? I don't even know what I said.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Hang tight.
Awesome. So let's go on to Gemini. So, Gemini, it's time for you to change up and maybe move, change your scenery, change your surroundings. It's time for you to, it feels like you've lived in the same place forever and you need a breath of fresh air. You need a new view. What are you picking up?
I just pulled the Empress, which is the Queen of the Queens in the tarot deck. This is somebody that has learned their lessons, guy or girl, doesn't matter. There's no gender in tarot. But funny. The Empress, no one can tell me different. Starbucks built their entire brand off of the Empress. Look at the hat that she's wearing with the star. Look at the orb. Look at the full figured body. She's fully figured. They say that she's pregnant or she's pregnant with ideas. She is the godmother of all the queens in the deck. And I am telling you, Starbucks built their whole brand because the Empress doesn't wait. The Empress moves forward with grace and dignity without asking anyone's opinions. This is when you become of age with yourself and you believe in yourself, you believe in your value systems and can move forward. The Empress births new ideas. That's why Starbucks built it. How many ideas, how many contracts, how many meetings have taken place at Starbucks? It's why they were built, to birth new ideas. So I'm just pushing that to you, Gemini, that now's the time for you to get out of the mud, and that crazy idea that's been in the back of your head, it's time for you to move forward with that. If you're trying to get pregnant, we have lots of different people watching us from all over the place. It's a good chance. Again, I'm not a medical doctor and I have to use my legal disclaimer. My lawyer's right here on this shoulder going, don't tell anyone they're getting pregnant, but it's a good chance based upon this tarot card that you might be able to conceive. But really, because I'm drinking Starbucks and I never drink coffee this late at night, it's telling me that it's time for you to birth a new idea.
And maybe that idea is moving and changing your whole entire scenery. Sell your home, go to the opposite coast, go by the ocean. I think you just really need to change up your surroundings. It just feels, again, like Groundhog Day every day, and you're not seeing the forest through the trees, and this would be a beautiful change for you. All right, Taurus.
Tough card, Taurus, 9 of Swords, staying up at night, anxiety, depression. Swords are all about communication and intellect. That could also be up all night if you're online dating and talking on the internet. Communication plus intellect equals the internet. But the 9 of Swords is also sleepless nights. It's also laying in bed, going over lists of things that are not accomplished or done yet. It's also going over communication, the last conversation you had. Did I say the right things? Did I answer this in the correct way? So this card is painful for me because I want you to get a good night's sleep, Taurus. But the truth of the matter is, whatever's on your mind right now, ask yourself this one question. Is it worth it? Is it worth taking up space in my mind right now? Whatever I'm thinking about, whatever's causing me anxiety, is it a temporary thing? Is it something that's very temporary and that you're occupying your mind, your brain, your heart, your soul? This is the card of not sleeping for weeks. This is a card of complete exhaustion, which is turning into anxiety, which is turning into memory loss. I got to keep it raw. I got to keep it real, Taurus. Ask yourself, is it worth it? If it's worth it, then make some changes in your life so that you can take care of yourself. Because no matter what, not sleeping, sleep deprivation, anxiety, it's not going to help those around you. It's not going to help you. If you find that, are you kidding me? I'm angry about this person I dated for 2 months, or this job that is just a menial job that I'm not going to have for the right. Understand what is temporary and what is permanent. And if this is temporary, let it go. Period.
Taurus, 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 Taurus. Sometimes you're very, very stubborn. You have a very, very hard shell. I want you to start being more open and listening to other ideas around you, new ways of doing things. It feels as though you're kind of stuck in your ways, and your ways right now, I don't think are working to your highest and best. And it's time for you to give space for what is trying to be born by changing your thoughts and ideas. And the only way that you're going to get that is by listening to others, people that you trust. It is time to surrender and let their words of inspiration come through. Sorry, Taurus, I love you. All right, Aries, we're almost done, everybody. If there's any more questions, please post them here.
Aries.
I'm an Aries, so I'm looking forward to this reading.
The Hermit. Hermit mode. It's going from within and finding answers. The hermit takes himself or herself out of the game and goes into something as the student and emerges as the professor. Okay? The hermit mode is all about wanting to seek an answer and knowing that that answer lies from within, but that you're never going to be able to get that answer in the noise and the clutter of the real world. And that's too much people pulling you in too many different directions, too many cell phone rings, too many texts and emails, too much. The hermit mode is just that, taking yourself out of the game. This is a card of pause, and this is a card of patience. But this is taking yourself out because one specific thing that you want to know, the answer is here, and you've got to take yourself out of all the noise to be able to hear it. You see the light? Walking right to the sun, right to the light, right to clarity, right to all of the answers. I love this card. Why? Even though it's major arcana, it's a universe kind of guiding you. You yourself put yourself into hermit mode because you know there's an answer that you need to hear, feel, and become. And you're not going to be able to do that in the clutter of the day-to-day world. So you take yourself out of the game. Patience. He went in there as a young man, came out as an old man. That is in theory. You go in as a novice, you come out the wise man. You come out the wise man with clarity, abundance, answers. What do I always say about the sun and light? Yes. Holding, by the way, the Ace of Wands. He's holding
I love that.
the Ace of Wands. He's holding passion. Because when you care about yourself and you want to seek answers, you take yourself out of the clutter, passionate about moving forward and learning the answers, no matter what it takes. But it's taking yourself out of the game for a little bit to pause.
And I think when you do
Close
that,
with the Ace of Wands, which is what you started our whole thing with today, which is unbelievable. I mean, he's holding the Ace of Wands. He's holding passion.
Inspired action. For you, Aries, I agree with what you said, Michelle, to take yourself out of it for a minute, because right now, all the things that I'm seeing in your mind are negative. It's almost like negative self-talk. When you remove yourself from that, I want you to start journaling about your thoughts and then look at the words. Words are energy, and change the energy. And how you change the energy is by changing your thoughts, changing the words, like hope and faith. Hope and faith. Hope is a lower vibrational word, and faith is a higher vibrational word. It's all about changing your energy. I want you to tune into that energetic Wi-Fi. I want you to start journaling and then ask Spirit, what am I thinking and how can I change those thoughts? Know your whys. Know why you are thinking the way that you're thinking, because your negative thought patterns are keeping you from that inspired action, those heart's desires and dreams. The only one holding you stagnant is you, Aries. I'm sorry, but I'm in Aries and I totally identify with everything that we're saying right now.
My Aries is in Venus. When I see this card, I think of the song by the Alan Parsons Project, Old and Wise. So Google that song. It's an amazing song.
Say that again, because I want everybody to Google it, because it would be helpful for everybody. It's a high vibrational song.
It's an amazing song by the Alan Parsons Project, which is probably one of the most amazing metaphysical groups ever. It's a project. It's not the same singer in any song. It's not the same guitar. He assembles people together for the right song, and becomes a project. Anyway, there is a song from the 70s called Old and Wise by the Alan Parsons Project. Please YouTube that song. That's what I get whenever I touch this card.
Oh my goodness, Michelle, that was beautiful. Well, everybody, we have come to the end again. We are so grateful for you for coming. If we didn't answer your question, we're so sorry. We hope that these messages were hopes of inspiration. Why do I keep saying hope? I don't want that word in my vocabulary. I want you to be clear about what you intend. Go out there, change the energy, and make the energy work for you. We are so grateful that you're here. My name is Rainy Day. You can find me at rainyday.com. And Michelle,
thank you so much for watching this. We really appreciate the time that you put in, that we put in, and we just love you. It's building our soul tribe, and we appreciate you so much. My name is Michele Tell. I'm an intuitive tarot reader out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and you can find me at thesignsoftarot.com or on YouTube, The Signs of Tarot. So nice to meet all of you. Have a beautiful week.
it is. And so I want to leave you with this last reminder. And this is from my friend Suzanne Shaw. And she said, Rainey, don't forget to ask. It's never too big. God bless you all. Have a wonderful week. We love you so much. Take care. Share, like, make sure you subscribe so that we can keep bringing you this content. Michelle, fantastic as always. We are so in tune tonight. Love you, girl.
Love you, Rainey. Namaste.
God bless everybody. Bye-bye.